I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a few days for us to get going, and the team, Team GB, have started really well. So a little bit of pressure on the athletes to deliver, but it's always tough in athletics, and obviously Dina is the main hope for us. Katrina Johnson-Thompson, after winning world champs, both of them 2 years ago, but things have moved on. We're a year beyond where we thought we were going to be, so everyone's had to contend with that. So there's quite a few new names have come to the fore. Probably not so much for Dina. She's up against a couple of all-time greats, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price and Elaine Thompson, defending champion from last time. So hasn't really changed there for her. But I think across the athletics programme, lots of new sort of stars around the world who are performing really well. So I think athletics is going to we're going to see some really top end stuff, maybe some world records as well, which we saw in Doha a couple of years ago as well. Yeah, we're supposed to come alive, but working on Japanese time is going to be a challenge. But no, I'm genuinely looking forward to this one. I think we've got a lot of good young British athletes as well who might be back again in 3 years' time, might not win medals this time, but you'll get to know them. And as I said, it's a 3-year gap rather than a 4-year gap. So I think we'll be watching not just for the medal winners, but for those who really step up and will be close to medals, but next time they will be right amongst it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's we've been talking a lot about already these games around the athletes and their mental health and expectation and dealing with that, how important coaches are to that, the people around them. And Dina's got a great coach, John Blackie, who's done a fantastic job through her whole career of getting her ready for the major championships. So even though on the face of it you look at it and go, all right, she had a little bit of a hamstring niggle in the last Diamond League a couple of weeks ago, couldn't run a Gateshead, but every time we've seen her this year she's looked fantastic. So I think her coach and Dina, between the two of them, know that she's got to step up here if she's going to win. She's definitely capable of winning a medal, but the winning is going to be tough, as it always is at Olympic Games. Coaching's in sharp focus at the moment, and coaching's changed a lot in the last 10-15 years, partly how we all interact with each other. 20 years ago, coaches might have been a bit more shouty and pushy, and understand that that way of working's had to change. So there are challenges there. But also the coach's role is much more recognised, I think, now, which is right. And when we've got athletes like Simone Biles kind of talking about her mental health issues at the games, your coach, your family, the support network around you really have to step up then and provide the support mechanisms that athletes need. But coaches themselves need to become psychologists. It isn't just about getting your athlete physically ready, it's about getting them mentally prepared for what they're going to face, either in a really positive sense, because that's what we try to make it, but also preparing them for those pressures that perhaps particularly if they're young and inexperienced, they haven't really weren't aware. The Olympics is so different, the spotlight is so intense, and for those who've been there before, how do they cope with the public expectation that they might not have had to deal with before? So coaches are I wouldn't say they're unsung heroes. I think to the athletes they're never unsung. They all understand how important they are. But that role is something which I'm glad to see is getting a bit more recognition now.
Someone who's comfortable.
Yeah, I think we've got these young in the middle distances. Laura Muir is going to lead things, but we've got Keely Hodgkinson and Gemma Reekie in the 800. We've got Ollie Dustin, Elliot Giles in the 800. We've got Josh Kerr and Jake Whiteman in the men's 1500. All of whom, Laura's the best, if you like, of the best opportunity, but they're all going to be in the mix, which is great for 8 and 1500 metre running, which I'm loving. Katrina Johnson-Thompson, coming back from a serious injury, hasn't been able to compete as much as she would have liked coming into this, but knowing her, she'll raise her game probably above what her fitness level is. If that's going to be good enough to win a medal, then she will have done incredibly well, I think. So but we've got other medal chances. Holly Bradshaw in the pole vault. People forget about how well Callum Hawkins has run in the last 2 major championships. At the last two worlds, finished 4th in the marathon. He's very good when the conditions are tough, which they will be. So wherever you look in the team, women's long jumpers, we've got people who've got a chance of maybe sneaking in there. So I'm hoping there'll be plenty to cheer for Team GB.
Aside from Team GB,